Are you actually shushing me right now?
No.
That's interesting.
And here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, hello. This is quiet for some reason.
I've done everything I can to not be quiet today, so... And I'm not even making it close.
We might have some technical difficulties throughout here. There we go. Oh, that's really loud now. But that's all right. Turn it down here a little bit.
Now maybe I shouldn't have put my mic so close.
Okay, that's still loud.
It's like
Lottie-dottie. Wow, this is really loud.
This is excessive.
All right, this is going to take some time to play with. We're on a new system here.
Everything's
And
messed up.
we're going to have lots of technical difficulties, but we are streaming in 4K now, so hopefully that's better.
Oh, that's frightening. Sorry, everyone.
All right. Still really loud.
I'm putting this down since I'm super loud anyways because it's annoying.
So on my old system, 100% volume was perfect. And now I'm at 30% volume, and it's still pretty loud, so nice. Hey, Russ is here. Did I see Russ? Yeah, Aquarium Pets.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, guy.
Question for you. What do you feed your baby garter snakes?
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, please. I mean, the thing is, and I know I'm not like, there's plenty of things I don't know, but I thought I knew, but apparently I don't. Or I just got a batch of the pickiest babies ever.
All right. So again, just so you know, we got a new whole setup here, and I still have that mug. Brandon guy says, Aquarium Pets, hey man, I still have that mug. Live stream caught me by surprise. So yeah, we're just doing a general Q&A, AMA. Don't forget to hit the like button. That's very important. We appreciate it. It's about the only thing we ask around here.
It's all we ask, guy. No, I'm just kidding. It's not all we ask, but
4K, I can see the sweat dripping off the fish.
Perfect. Yeah, Aquarium Pets. That's one of the only channels that I follow on YouTube and have for a very long time. Just to throw that out there.
There's sound today and a lot of it. All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be very reserved. I'm not doing too terribly.
No, you just gotta make sure you hit that yellow. Just gotta get it in the yellow.
That's right.
But it is a lot smoother, so
yeah.
Hopefully.
It's nice.
I gotta check all these different tabs, make sure they're working. We got some weird. I wonder if that shows up for them. But
oh, yeah, that's odd. Like a bar.
Try this B-roll scene for a while. See how that works out.
Enjoy those CPDs before they die. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Hey there, this is from Jesse, says, hey there, recently got some Apistogramma Nisani for my 75 gallon. Are they a little more aggressive than other Apistogramma? He seems a little chasey of other fish.
I don't think that I would say they're more or less aggressive than like other Apistos, but I do feel like they are all very enthusiastic, if that's the right word. I don't know. But I think it's just each individual fish because they're not crazy aggressive, and they're one of my very favorites, and I've kept quite a few. So I don't mine weren't overly aggressive. It could just be some settling in, you know. It could take them some time.
Oh wow, Russ says I give them a mix of mince night crawlers and pinkies.
That's okay. You know, I should have tried pinkies, but the mince night crawlers was one of the first things I tried. Just it was very frustrating.
About 2 night crawlers to 1 small pinky. I gradually decrease the proportion of worms.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work, I use live endlers. That's what we had to do.
Dang it, man. It's so frustrating and I mean, I know well with Natracines that sometimes they just don't. And it's frustrating, especially these Northwestern garters. They have very small clutches, not very many babies at a time. So do you guys think dwarf green pikes would work in my tank if I put the Apistos? I would not put dwarf green pikes with Apistos just because, in my experience, they're kind of jerks. They're far more aggressive than the other dwarf pikes that I've kept. They're not horrible, but I've had a couple that were borderline horrible, like that I wouldn't put with smaller fish because even though they're quite small themselves, they definitely out zest other things and they'll pick on things really a lot. So I'd probably steer clear of any other dwarf pike. I'd say like the Notophthalmus or the Regani, I'd be like, yeah, go for it. But those Compressiceps are just little turds.
And I would like to touch back on the Nisani question. I will say that Nisani are probably more spunky / aggressive than other Apistos, but I still wouldn't call them aggressive.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And they're a little larger than some too. I think that's the thing.
Unless they're spawning, obviously.
They're right. They're a little bit bigger than a lot of species of Apistos. Like they've got some bulk to their body, which I think gives them a little more oomph when they have attitude, you know? So even without Apistos, no. I personally would not go for dwarf green pikes anymore. I've kept them many times, and every single time I'm like, why am I doing this again? They're very pretty. I just noticed that they bicker with a lot of fish and with each other, and I'd much rather keep other dwarf pikes. Like I'm much happier with the Notophthalmus, or if I found Regani, I'd be happy with them again too. They're very similar temperament-wise.
The 186 Element says, "Wow, finally some volume." I'm fairly confident that my last PC there were some issues with the motherboard, and I knew there was, but I didn't think it would affect the sound that much.
I'm glad though,
and
that's nice.
Apparently it did.
I didn't think I was quiet, honestly. Like I'm not a very quiet person, so.
Leo's got a question for you.
Or is that for Veranda Guy or?
No, it's right here. Been green.
Oh. 4x8 plywood, which 3x3 4x8 plywood. Which one would you do? Fancy birch wood or what wood? I don't think I'd do anything fancy. That's the thing. I don't know if you're painting it and treating it, because if you are, it doesn't matter really what you use. That's the truth. Like I don't know if you're doing this for looks, but I would just use whatever's cheapest. If you're going to treat it and paint it or whatever, like just treating it alone, it should be fine. You're already going to be spending a lot on lumber. I wouldn't, kill yourself price wise with something super fancy that's just going to get messed up, it like used and scratched on and stuff,
Jamie McDonald, a member for 71 freaking months.
That's
Where does the time go? That is a great question.
That's a chimney cricket.
We've got... It's the end days around here. I went outside earlier, and there was about 1 billion flies on my truck.
No, they're everywhere.
The side of our little barn is just caked in flies.
For no reason that I can see.
Left, went down the hill, did some dinking around down there. There was a lot of flies down there, too. I don't know what's going on
doing
around
the
here.
daily dinking, and he sees all these flies.
It is crazy. And Aquarium Max Pets with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
If anyone doesn't know Russ from Aquarium Max Pets, I highly recommend him. If you're into
cool stuff,
basically everything.
Yeah.
Critters, he sells
inverts,
fish, isopod, like literally everything.
Yeah, all kinds of good stuff. All the good stuff.
Yeah, be sure to check it out. And thank you for the
very helpful information-wise too. I have gotten a lot of good tips and information.
It also says, let me know if you want to chat more about your baby garters.
I want to chat about a lot of things. I got a lot of questions.
We might send you a message on Instagram there, buddy.
Be prepared for that to happen.
It was very unexpected to open our garter snake enclosure and see little...
It took me a second. I felt so stupid because I'm staring and I'm like, wait a minute. There weren't this many in here before and they weren't this small. Like, what has happened? They shrunk and multiplied. It was pretty cool. It's not surprising though, because one of the females looked gravid. Like I shouldn't have been too shocked. She was pretty fat.
Oh, this is this video. I forgot. This is the wrong background video.
Well, great.
But that's all right. That's why there was a dude standing there with a fish head photoshopped over him. But yeah, those are our orange garters, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Northwestern garters. They're really pretty. They have like a bright orange stripe. Well, several bright orange stripes. Depending on, it's some varying degrees of orange. The male is very orange. The females are a little more subdued. But I was just excited to finally have female garters because I swear, luck of the draw, every garter I ever get my hands on is male. And the prices that they want for females nowadays is I remember buying garter snakes for $10. So beautiful garter snakes for $10. It's just crazy how expensive reptiles have become.
Vernick Guy says, Leo, I can tell you from experience that unless you're needing something truly custom and you're competent at woodworking, buying PVC cages is worth the lack of a headache.
I I've said this time and time again, and I agree with you, Veranda Guy. It's usually the hassle, unless you're like, my dad's a contractor. My dad's like aching all the time. He begged me to build things like that because he builds houses. So for him, he's very capable, but it is so expensive, usually just as, if not more expensive, to do a custom build than it is to just sink the like 600 to 1,000. You know, you can pay lots of prices for things, but normally you'll get something good for around, you know, $400 or $500. But if you mess up something that you've already put that much money into, like custom build wise, it'll piss you off. I promise.
Oh, Scott, were you the one that messaged me, buddy? I apologize.
Already, huh? Here you are.
I am the worst.
Hey, Arlo, go lay down. That's my mean voice. I can't. Go lay down. Go. Oh. Didn't you even mention that? I feel like that was mentioned.
What?
The Sahicas. Was that the pairs?
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah. And I said I think I have a few pairs, or a few that I could actually.
But now I don't see the message anymore.
Well, that's weird.
I thought it was on Instagram. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, the best place to reach us is email, steenfottaquatics@gmail.com.
And yeah, I think.
Because I only get on Instagram like twice a week.
From what I understand, like from what you asked, I think I have an understanding of what you want, and I don't think it would be a problem. Either way, either ask. I'm sure Leo. Here's the problem with my dad. It would be like so ridiculous. He's a custom home builder, so he like the attention to detail can get a little outlandish. I don't think you would need all that. Like I feel like he would go hard in the paint there. You know what I mean? Like he's pretty talented. I mean, he's very talented. I've always been impressed by what he's able to do.
I swear, I just read it to you, but now that message is gone. I don't know why.
I remember you saying it. Because I had to think about it for a sec, but I do have some larger ones. So.
Did you get Dave chat? I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. God,
Dave says, using my precious milestone chat to say I love how Chelsea kicked Bob out of the Gourami video after just one fish. Instant upgrade, great video.
I love Gourami, to be fair, so I kind of...
Seeing how the only time I've ever kept Gourami is when I was selling them, and it was only honey Gouramis. I will say, we can go back to those live streams where I was talking about them. I was like, I've never kept Gourami, but I really love these honey Gouramis.
Honey Gouramis are amazing. They are one of those fish that, like, they're everywhere for a reason. They're that great. I like the wild types, like the Wet Spot has or had. I hope they still have them, but they're so pretty. The males are like ridiculous, and I've had so many different types of Gourami. I've loved all the types that I've kept. They've just all been great. They're very interesting fish. So yeah.
Did Scott respond if that was him? I mean, who else? What are the odds?
What are the odds?
Curtis Schindler with the $1 super chat. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, it was pretty funny. I remember sitting there because we came up with like the 9 videos to film, and we're like, who's gonna do which one? Yeah. And it was heavily stacked for you this time, and I was like, well, I'll take the Gouramis. And then after like one fish, I was like, you want to do this?
He got like the best one though, to be honest. The licorice Gourami, what a good one to get. Like they're so enjoyable to keep and so pretty. People should.
Look how exaggerated this video is.
Wow. Those are carries.
No, the black is turned all the way down.
I mean, they do look a little, but I could kind of believe it. Oh.
Yeah, that was me. It was Facebook. That explains it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hardly ever pay attention to Facebook. I'm more on Instagram.
See, like, look at this. What's this bonehead doing in the background video?
Leave it.
I have this new. So I started like uploading to Facebook, and Facebook also shows Instagram now on my business Facebook, I guess. And so now all the Instagram I do is from Facebook. So now I was a little, I don't know, confused. Whatever.
Veronica said a 5x2x3 with deep substrate dam, preferably 12 inches. If you're referencing the Aki, which I'm sure you are, yeah, that sounds like the perfect size, and you would know because that's a perfect Aki enclosure.
I love when I get super chats and they're not even talking to me.
I think it's a power move.
It's just like, she really is going after Zen.
Yeah. She needs it to be, you want it highlighted. I get it. It's just something, I'm going to say something. I want you to pay attention.
Scott says, sounds good. Yeah, if you email me, it's just like my email is the same no matter what device I'm on. However, the social media, I don't do a lot of social media on my phone, believe it or not. So everything I do is from the computer. So I don't see those messages a lot.
I don't even know how to use social media on a computer. I'm like, what do I do? Because I'm on my phone.
This is why I didn't use Instagram for the longest time, because you couldn't upload from the computer.
Oh, it was so dumb. I literally downloaded Instagram in 2010 and it had like 10 reviews. And I remember all my friends were like, what the hell is Instagram? And I was like, you guys, it's so much better. And now it sucks.
Yeah, not so fun
Now it's
anymore.
crap. And I'm like, well, I'm eating my words all these years later. The black palmerite emperors have really grown on me now that they put on some size. Yeah, once they get bigger, God, wait till they get full grown. Ours are huge and so pretty, and they spawn, and they're great. I mean, I love emperor tetras. They are one of my very favorite tetras. And the black variant is nice. Because their eyes are just ridiculous.
I want to see if I can find a different
background
video.
You're over it already?
Yep.
Oh, Zen sent a member milestone chat and you didn't read it. Oh, I like how you don't blame me. Thank you for just blaming him. Thank you for not including me in that. That is very kind of you. And it's my fault too, really. I should pay attention. Arlo, go lay down. Go lay down. Go on. Knocking into the light, buddy. You're gonna
see what happens
like
with
a
this
zombie. Oh, I feel so bad.
Milestone chat. Zen says Jamie is almost is almost a 6 and I'm almost a 5. Still need a Chelsea emoji.
That's right.
I didn't even see that one. You must have been at the helm then.
It's already being blamed on me. My fault. The black velvety color with the blue eyes and they're really nice. I'm not normally someone who goes for like, what's the right way to say this? Line bred things that if they don't occur naturally, I'm not really as into it, but those black emperors are an exception. They're just lovely fish.
Mountaintop is here. What's up, buddy? Where is this chat I wanted to read? Oh, Corridora says doing history homework with this in the background. What history? I'm curious.
That was one of my I was a pretty big nerd. I mean, I was pretty smart, but history was just one that I loved it. So enjoyable.
Audra Myers gifting 5 Steenfott Aquatics memberships. Don't forget,
thank you, Audra.
We continue this party after this stream in the after party for the members.
It gets real good and weird.
Gift 5 memberships. Who won here? I see Catahulas is back. Jesse, Eric Cat, Jack, and Garage Gills. Hey, we got some new people here.
I don't know if that's fun.
Calling out them lurkers. Sorry,
frequent
I was
commenters.
reading. I was reading while trying to talk.
Two things.
It was my brain was buffering.
Yeah, it happens.
It says American history, antebellum period.
Interesting. That is okay. I love the American history, but what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Charlemagne. That's what I was talking about the other day. I was referencing Charlemagne for something. I don't remember it. My 7th grade history teacher loved Charlemagne. Loved that vicious conqueror.
I'm all about the War of 1812 right now. I find it very fascinating.
There's so many things that, it's all very interesting. But science was my favorite. I was into biology. Biology was the easiest class I ever
Curtis
took.
says I'm 11 days away from the 5-year mark.
Oh, shoot. Frequent lurker.
So there was a question a while ago that I forgot to read. I don't know if you're still here, but they were asking if the Westbot is going to get a big restocking before their sale this weekend, and I think that's actually a good question, so I'm going to ask them.
Very good question. Yeah, it's the two. Well, the nice thing is that a lot of the stock they have at the store, it's the warehouse and the store kind of have different stuff, so it's not like it could all get decimated in store, but
All right, we'll see.
Stay tuned.
See if they respond.
Just picked up, Hobbyist Aquatics said, just picked up a 5-foot, 220 gallon. Yeah, that's a nice size.
Was that like a cube?
I was going to say, I'm curious to know.
Really
as usual,
tall?
Can I get dimensions? Because that sounds like fun.
Ooh, Melanistis or Lucamoles? What?
I don't know. That really struck me as funny.
Whew. Both are really cool. Sorry. I'm going to go Lucamoles, and I have no reason why.
It's more fun to say.
Yes. Lucamoles!
I really
and I
enjoy
know that's
that.
not pronounced correctly, but I don't care.
Where's my hand going? What's happening? Oh, hey. I was going to order some Keyhole cichlids, but their sale is coming up. Make sure you do order Keyhole cichlids. They are I have said this many times, they are one of the most underrated cichlids and the most peaceful medium-sized cichlid I have ever kept in my life, ever.
Speaking of the sale, I would like to say that I should be getting a discount code, which I will be posting on Thursday or Friday on all the socials. So keep an eye out for that. I'll get my own discount code. It's I believe the sale, you have to use a discount code. It's just not automatic. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah. Oh, Eric. War of 1812 ended in 1815. That little tidbit of knowledge won me a bar quiz. Yeah, I actually did know that too. But that is good. That is a good bit of information to have at a bar when in any type of situation like that.
Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button.
Curtis,
guys, lay down.
Sounds like something I'd order at a Mexican restaurant.
There's
yeah,
nothing out there.
Lucamoles.
Lay down.
Because mole, so good.
What do you think about inhabitants? Like, do you already have the inhabitants?
I'm wrong, Burgundy.
Oh, wait, this is someone else.
Wait,
Different
is it?
question.
Oh, 30 by 30 by 56. Did you already read that? 30
No.
by 30 by 56. Huh. That is a very interesting size. Like, that, I mean, huh.
So it is just a tall cube.
It's just, it's tall. That's interesting. That makes me think. I would have to think about that for a minute as far as what I would put in there.
Corey Dora says Texas annexation and the Mexican-American War. What about the annexation of Puerto Rico?
It's one of my favorite movies growing up. One of the best.
Alec, good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Hey, buddy. 2 or 4 keyholes in a set. 4. The more the better. You could get 6 in there. I'd get 6. They're not expensive. I'm not trying to get you, but I honestly, they are shy. They like to be, like I had a pair, like at one point just 2 that they were siblings and they never left each other's side. They really enjoy having conspecifics with them. So I'd get like 4 to 6 at least for a 75 with tetras, and they'd be great.
So LCHM says, any experience with silver flying fox? Kind of.
I do not have any.
Do they do best in groups or lonely for a 42 gallon? They are definitely a schooling fish. And while I haven't technically kept a silver flying fox, I have kept other species of flying fox. And I got one, which I learned was a giant mistake because he loved schooling so much, he schooled around with my roseline sharks. So they're definitely a schooling fish.
Heart.
And I would like to segue that into something right now.
Ooh, a segue.
Speaking of flying fox-ish fish,
There's one right there.
I like to point out these guys right here.
Oh, yeah.
The reticulatus, the spot-tail algae eater. If you're actually looking for an algae-eating fish, this is the one. This is going to be probably the only fish that can maybe give a bristlenose pleco a run for its money.
And look at those fins. Pretty little fish.
These specific ones in the photo are very high quality. I don't know that you're always going to get that much yellow.
Yeah, that's true.
But coming from Dan, I would assume so, as it's Dan. So, but they're just a really cool, really shiny fish, if that makes sense.
Very silver.
And very peaceful. They don't grow old and big like Chinese algae eaters and then kill everything in the tank. Perfectly peaceful. But he got some more of these in stock, and I think they're absolutely worth $11.
God, $11 for anything nowadays. I'm like, sold. Perfect.
Anyway, so check it out. If you like them, get some.
Pipe down over there, guys.
We got dogs causing havoc in the background here.
Wreaking havoc.
Can kind of see them
Yeah,
playing.
they're really pretty. See, I love a fish that's just got hits of color. Little hits of color. It's enough for me.
Harley Cross says, what tetras or barbs would you recommend in a 125 with electric blue acaras and a green terror? I'm going to let you go first because I think you're going to say what I'm going to say.
Probably the wad-eye.
And I was wrong.
What are you gonna say?
The Pethia galeus.
Oh, they would be really good too. I always just go to like a tetra or a cherison and not a cyprinid, but yeah, they would be really good. That's a good one.
Let's see.
I agree with
where would
both of those
Where would I
suggestions would
find those here? Here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they don't sort by scientific name anymore.
Oh, this is the wet spot. Duh.
Oh, they're right there.
Look at those little babies.
Okay,
They're
we'll
so
go back.
Freaking cute. They're great. They are great.
These are. Can I make this bigger?
So underrated, these fish.
Not really, but that's still better.
The color on them, like the males, wow. Like they get like an orange red, some of them. Oh God, they're so pretty.
Didn't you just release a short with these in them?
Maybe. Did I? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so go to our channel, go to shorts. You'll
they're-
see these swimming around. I think it's in
With
the
the betta
betta.
fish.
Yeah, the betta.
The bettas, yeah. The
So-
swarm. So it is the most recent one I think I did. So it's like should be like the first one.
Yeah.
First or second one.
And you'll see these guys in the background.
They're
They are
pretty.
stunning. They are incredibly peaceful.
I would have never looked twice at these fish, and I'm so glad you got them because I would.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a barb person. I love my banded barbs, the African banded barbs, but other than that, I really don't take chances on barbs because I've had so many issues. And he wanted these really bad, and I was like, oh, whatever, they're cheap, sure. And we got them, and now I love them. And
The
they're
ones I really
amazing.
wanted were the J barbs,
Oh,
but those
that's-
are like
God, they're
$20 each.
expensive. Those are great though. Those are West African, which is really cool. Good Lord, what's going on over there? Having fun. Ah, bougie. I have a couple super red Apistos and a 20 long, but I'm not sure if they're into each other. Is that normal? They usually hang out on opposite. Yeah, that for ours it's normal. Like I don't know about all of them, but yes, I feel like, and I'm assuming you have a pair, right? An actual pair. Some of them just aren't into each other, and then one day they will be.
I've gone to war over this topic with people about Apistos needing to like each other. Whereas there's definitely a lot of fish that you can just put a male and
That's
female
true.
together and they will just spawn.
We have some that never
lots
do
of
anything.
live bearers, But Apistos, I'm never going to say like I'm an expert at anything, but I've kept a lot of Apistos over the last 10 years, multiple times, multiple species. And the best way I have found to do it is to buy them, either buy like a proven pair, which is going to be very expensive,
Yeah.
or you buy like six
of them.
juveniles. And if you do this, and I've done this a lot, if you go back on my channel, you'll see every time I buy Apistos, they were in bags of at least 6. And every time I say this, they got to pair up by themselves.
Yeah.
And I wholeheartedly believe that they do need to like each other. They do need to have a bond. And I'm not saying that they're one of these fish that will bond for life, but they definitely need to bond.
I've seen females pick on males and vice versa, like just because they weren't into it. Like you said, they weren't into each other, so it just didn't work out. Unlike the electric blue Acara, where if you put a male and female together, there will be babies. Like it's just one of those things where, yeah, that's a good point.
I've spawned a lot of Apistos in my day, and that's what worked for me.
That is a good point.
I've definitely bought adults a lot, or have been given adults and just never gotten anything from them. And I've just always had better luck throwing them out and letting them pair up.
I've not noticed like if they weren't a matched pair or a mated pair. I haven't noticed like super large amounts of aggression, but yeah, they could just ignore each other. I've seen that a lot, where they just literally act like they're not even in the same tank.
And Verenica, I just saw your question. Better than Siamese algae eaters? Yes, the reticulatus are better than Siamese. And Siamese algae eaters are pretty good algae eaters, especially with like hair algae and things like that.
Arlo.
But the reticulatus are, in my opinion, the best. And I think Dan has said that before as well with his experience.
Oh, I got slooged. One of the best algae eaters I ever had, which, I mean, I wouldn't get these to eat algae specifically, but I was just very surprised, was my flagtail Procholotus. Like, that thing went ham on algae, and I was so surprised. It was really enjoyable to watch.
No romance when you have an old pisto.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not, yeah.
So Zen brings up another point that I can touch on. Says, I wonder if bonding would keep the female from going ham and killing males after spawning. Nope. No, and it's not even after every spawn. What's the ones? There's one that I spawned a ton. McMaster, I apologize. McMaster, I had one group spawn like 6 times, and the 7th time the female killed the male. Like I thought I was good to go. And nope. And I never removed the male. They just always got along. And then one day she was like, this is a special spawn.
Yeah.
And you're going to die.
Your number is up, buddy.
She was like a praying mantis, just killing that dude after
brutal. It's brutal.
It was brutal. I was so sad.
Yeah, that sucks.
He was a beaut.
That's unfortunate.
Live and learn, though. So now I'll always remove the male after spawn now.
I feel like there's not a whole lot of anything that I've ever spawned that I could leave together. I'm surprised we can leave the Sahikas together for as long as we can, and even then they start getting a little ornery with each other.
Mm-hmm. Alex says, at the prices they want for Apistos these days, getting 6 is big money. Yes.
That can be true. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair point.
This
but
is
if you
why,
want to spawn them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I work with 3 great retailers, but the best way is to like find someone who's spawning them.
Yeah, like a club or
yep.
something. That is, because you can get them for good prices at like auctions, club auctions and stuff like that. And then you can get young ones and let them just figure out what they want to do.
And another great source is Tristan's tropical
fish.
I always want to say tanks because it's like 3 T's.
Yeah, it's
Tristan's tropical tanks.
Fish. Yeah, he's great. He's a good kid.
I wish I was an affiliate there, but
they're a pretty small operation.
He definitely deserves a shout out, and he has great quality Apistos as well.
I have to just, I've never received such awesome customer service or a free macrostoma when one in my possession that really was not his fault passed, and he gave me a free female. So I will sing his praises all day long. It was very kind of him.
Leo says, what breeding pair should I get for my empty 20-gallon tall? Breeding pair of what? Like just anything, or
that could lend to many things, my friend.
I don't know if he's, because we're specifically talking about Apistos. Is that what he's?
So I love Personata, but our Personata have done nothing. Like talk about don't care about each other. Like, but those are my new favorites. Niece and I used to be my favorite. I love these Personata. The males are so pretty. That would be what I would.
Yeah, unfortunately, we do not have the water.
Yeah,
I refuse to alter my water, so
it is what it is for now.
Makes it a little difficult.
Yeah, but we can get Drakenfelsai to spawn in this rock hard water, which blows my mind. So,
Adam says, Steenfott Aquatics, do dither fish make a difference to the Apistos? I don't know for spawning, but for general behavior and just to make them feel more comfortable and secure, absolutely. Pencilfish.
Pencilfish are the best.
If you're wondering what fish? Pencilfish.
Yeah,
the best dithers for
those
Apistos.
are made for each other. They're great. It's very enjoyable tanks too to look at with Apistos and pencils.
Still waiting for a Leo to clarify.
Ow. Oh yeah.
LCHM says Rams.
I'm not mad at that. That's what I was just reading. Yeah, you could do like a pair of Bolivians in there. Let them do their thing. I told you I've never been more excited for any of my fish to spawn than my Bolivians, just because they're one of my very favorite fish.
Any type of dwarf cichlid, he says.
Yeah. You could do Nanochromis. Good luck with that. I don't think I'd love to be able to spawn
No offense, Leo, but I don't think you're spawning Nanochromis.
I know I haven't been able to do it. He hasn't been able to do it. I don't know anybody who's really had a whole lot of luck with that, but it's pretty frustrating.
And Amazon, and if you read about them in Amazonas magazines, all they say is how easy they are to spawn.
Shut up. Like, prove it.
That's when I canceled my membership.
Yeah, I'm upset. I don't believe it at all. I've read so many different things. I've heard of like one person having success with them, and I believe it was, I can't even remember which one it was.
Brandon guy says you're gonna hate me, but I tried pencilfish and they just don't do it for me. Well, the reason that they make good dithers is because they're not like spastic like
they're very
other
still.
dither fish.
The Beckfords are the most outgoing pencilfish I've really kept. The Unifasciata, the Trifasciata, they're pretty outgoing too. My favorite, which are the Equus, are very, very shy. And unless you have them in extremely large groups, like I had like 25 of them, they don't move about as freely. They hide a lot more. So I could see there being some.
There should be some good dither fish too.
Oh, the Beckfords. Yeah.
No, those are pencilfish.
There's some of my very favorites. Look at those little rice fish. They're so cute. Don't really care for pencils. I prefer marker fish. Shut up. I was like, wait, what are those? Arlo. He keeps pushing the light.
Arlo, go lay down.
I'm sorry. I can't tell you no again.
Marginatus are outgoing. Marginatus are great.
Yeah, Marginatus are awesome.
I really like Equius just because of the way they swim.
Yeah, they're very cool looking.
But they're very slow moving, so
shy. Marginatus, Rubricatus are nice. We have those, and they're pretty outgoing. I mean, honestly, the red arcs that I kept were outgoing until they all perished for no reason at all. Jiminy Cricket.
I think Marginatus are my favorite.
Yeah, I really like Rubricatus and Marginatus. Here we go. I'm more of a ballpoint
Oh, yeah.
penfish. God. This is going to devolve quickly, huh?
Checkered barb or cherry barb? I'm going to go cherry barb.
I really like checkered barbs, but I've never kept them, to be fair. I just like the way they look. But like I said, I'm not a big barb person. Not that I dislike them. I really like the high Bricon. I stick to tetras most of the time.
I really love cherry barbs. I always have, and I always will.
Most
They
people
are
do. They're
like
really
the
pretty.
cherriest of cherry fish.
Yeah, they're like the reddest fish you can get, probably. Yeah.
Checker barbs are very underrated, though. You don't see them a lot. They're
I like them.
not necessarily underrated, underrepresented. I would
There you
say.
go. They're underrepresented in the hobby. They're very cool looking.
Eric Wyrock says, I got Marginatus on Bob's recommendation and was not disappointed. Well, I got Marginatus on her recommendation.
Yeah.
I think
kept them
the
before.
the only pencil fish I've kept prior was the red Beckfords.
I've kept many a pencil fish. I really enjoy them.
And now I've kept like all of them.
Yeah. They're really anything that there's available in the hobby, I think I've kept pencil fish wise.
They're definitely not gonna be like amazing schooling fish like a lot of the tetras.
No,
though.
they are hoverers, really. Like if I had a way to describe them, they kind of hover. They don't really. The Beckfords have short spastic movements more than any other type, but they're still not spastic, if that makes sense. They really just kind of move in like little 3-inch darts, and then they stop, and then they look, and it is really enjoyable. Plus, they just don't hurt anything. You're never gonna have a pencil, other than they'll bicker amongst themselves a little bit, the males, but. The Marginatus, the dwarfs, I think are very similar to red arcs, and I've found them to be much more solid and hardy than the red arcs, and they're a lot cheaper, so I would always recommend those.
Noelle says, I love cherry barbs, including the females, which can be so subtly gorgeous.
They're pretty.
Yes, and they will also make the males fire up more as well.
Fishcapades is getting eggs every day from the rice fish. Honestly, if you are keeping your rice fish well, you should be getting eggs every day, which is awesome. Like that means they're happy and they're liking where they are. That was what I experienced with mine for many years. Was them every morning the females would be carrying a bunch of eggs.
I'm gonna say this again. Hit the like button.
Boop, 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 boop.
Like. I don't even know how many we're at, but I know
like.
It's not enough.
Love.
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 Where are the likes? I don't even see them anywhere.
Nobody's liked anything, so there are none.
Yeah, why does it not show me
What
the likes anymore?
heck?
Oh, I gotta scroll down. What are there? How many people? 100 people here?
Eric
Yeah.
said my LFS just got red Beckfords and they're actually really red. So, depending on the batch, I've had some that are. I've had people say these aren't even Beckfords, and I'm like, yeah, they are. They're just some of them have a lot more color than others. It really depends on.
I've gotten red Beckfords that didn't have any color,
Yeah.
and I've ordered regular Beckfords that were super red.
Yeah, that you're like, what is it? You just
So-
got. It's the luck of the draw, really.
It
With
really
that,
is.
there's so many produced commercially that it's just like you gotta hope and especially if you can get them from like someone who's breeding them.
Audra
Obviously.
says, this lady would appreciate the layman's term along with the scientific name when you're talking about fish. Me over here trying to Google.
I have trouble. I get so angry with common names because the same fish will be called the same. Like 5 different fish have the same common name, and I just get enraged by it, which is why I hyper focus on scientific names.
Some dude says, have you ever kept Goldie River rainbow fish from Decay? No, but they are pretty. My males are 2-3 inches, and they are spectacular. I'm excited to see them at 4 to 5. I've been starting to get the rainbow fish bug again, so much so that I might even make a video about rainbow fish soon. But I don't know if I'm getting the bug enough to get them again. At least not till after we get a new fish room. Then maybe I will.
We need a little more room for rainbows, I think. Like
Yeah.
the big ones.
Besides our 125 40 gallon is the biggest tank we have right now. And the 125 is already stocked.
Yeah, it's perfect. I would
It's
not put
full.
anything else in that tank. It's got good. That tank has some of the best stocking. And not to toot our own horn here, but like when I look in that tank, I laugh sometimes because these are cool fish. Like everything in that tank is just like, oh, you're beautiful, you're amazing, you look even better. That's where we keep all the pikes and everything, and the zebra acara, who she is just. I've never had so much luck with a zebra acara in a community setting before, and I've tried many times. Corridor. I thought scientific names were better until ichthyologists mess up Corys. You know, they're gonna mess up everything always. It's just they're gonna keep messing with things and keep doing stuff and like changing the names and changing them back and fighting over things.
What was that?
What?
We were.
I don't know why our
that
faces
video.
were there. Do we need to go back? Like,
Okay, this one failed too.
let's not relive that moment.
Oh man.
But regular people can't speak Latin. Read it if you're me. It is difficult. It is a difficult language. It is the pronunciation. I've learned. This is how I've always read, though. Like the way I break words up, I break them up to pronounce them, and I've gotten very good at it over time. But I can understand why some of it just makes no sense, honestly.
Bougie Fish says I have Rosario Lacarde. Oh, I know. Strain of. This is why I need to pre-read.
It's okay.
They're seriously something else, you know, just in case you need to find them.
Oh boy.
Do they have a collection point at all? I'm just wondering. Not that they need it.
I was gonna say I feel like they probably do. I feel like that's probably.
Did you get the Gourami comment about the Gourami video? I never thought you guys would count the Moonlight Gourami my favorite and underrated Gourami.
You know, we were including. I think we included almost all of them that they had really that were reasonable to keep. Moonlight Gourami are very, very popular. That is a very popular fish.
I think there was 2 species that I cut from the video because we didn't have really good B-roll.
Right.
You couldn't really see the fish, and there was no copyright-free content for them either. That's the one hard thing about this little sphere of YouTube that we're in. Like every other genre has like billions and billions of content that you can just, you know, automotive, beauty, all of it. There's tons of B-roll, not fish.
It can be a real sticky wicket trying to find the right picture.
Sticky wicket.
Yeah. Trying to find the right pictures of the right fish and videos and not trying to steal people's stuff because nobody likes that. So,
yeah.
You know.
My stuff is still being stolen and I still haven't decided how I feel about it if I ever do.
Mulling that over.
At this point, I even forgot who it was.
It's Predatory Fins.
Oh yeah, Predatory Fins. Thanks for stealing my content.
I didn't forget. I've just been on the fence on what you should do too. Like, I don't know. That's a tough one. My thing is if you put a little boop, just give me a name of whose picture it is in the corner, and I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's sure. Go ahead and use it as long as people know where it came from. But when you try and pass it off like it's your picture, yeah. I had a lot of people do that when I had Instagram previously, a different account that got a lot of attention, and I'd have people take my pictures, and I was like, yeah, that's my face. Like, that's weird.
All right, this background video should just be tetras. We'll see how that works out.
I hate that they look
and
good there.
we got names too,
Yeah,
so
they look nice.
I think this video is kind of short though, but we'll see. There's
Serpe.
like a good Serpe tetra.
Yeah, that was nice. The only fish whose fins naturally look tore up. Like, they always look weird. I like those anglicisms. Yeah, that's me. I'm a very strong reader, so I've always had an easy time with big weird words.
Oh, we're gonna have some. I think we might be live streaming as well this weekend.
Are we?
Possibly.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna be doing some giveaways this weekend, so keep your notifications on if you're not.
I'm good at this.
It'll probably be around 4 or 5 again, but the Wet Spot is giving us some stuff to give away.
That's right. I forgot about that. That's exciting.
And let's see, as far as a big restock, TBD.
Aren't you glad you waited around for that?
So
That's exciting.
The things at the West Spot are kind of hectic. They had an employee pass away, which is really sad.
That's very sad.
And then like their whole crew got the flu, and one of them had it a little worse than the others, and so things are kind of.
They're working on it, but give them a break.
Yeah, just look. I'll make a community post on YouTube later as soon as I know, and then also, on the Facebook group and other places.
That's nice to hear, Curtis. So many Gouramis I didn't even know existed. Would have never guessed they were Gourami. Yeah, a lot of the smaller Gourami, I think people are like they don't look like what you picture a Gourami looking like, because I think Gourami a lot of time people think larger fish.
And then we included some that were. Not technically Gouramis, but basically Gouramis.
It's so the
like
lines...
peppermint pikeheads. How cool are those?
My God. I would do anything to have a tank full of those, but it's going to be a while before I can keep a 5-inch long ambush predator that's shy, that needs to be in a group. It's going to be a while. But I will have those one day. That is the plan. I want those really bad.
Bushi says, I don't know about a specific collection point.
The colors are, I bet you they look really nice.
I feel like, well, let me read the rest of the comment, but I do know he bred for super vibrant color, and they legit look colored up all day instead of just in the morning. I think some of us, myself included, might be getting a little too, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is about collection points. Like, it's nice to have them, but is it really, like, 99.7% of the people don't care about collection points?
It's true, but that 0.3% will lose their minds if you don't clarify and you're not being accurate. Like, there are still people that are big on collection points. I think for me, a collection point really just means if you're trying to keep something looking the way it was naturally as closely as possible, a collection point would matter. But other than that, why does it matter? It really doesn't.
This is a new one. Fish Fam Link says, super stickers, super chats, oh my, they are fun and help support the channel.
Super stickers.
Bob's collection point is snob.
The highbrow guy over here just can't, that's fine. Super shredder.
Mark63 says, chili ras boras on my bucket list. Well, lucky for you, everyone has chili ras boras.
I was going to say, you should have an easy time with that then.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening over here? Who's upset?
I don't know.
Someone's upset. George is getting upset.
Hey, it's Mitchell Broom. I was just thinking in my head like 10 minutes ago that I haven't seen. Where's Mitchell?
Yep, there he is.
And now I got to see what Whip says because he's talking to Whip's World. I see why we need scientific names, but honestly, they are made unnecessary and long pronounced. Plus, I always feel like people who insist on using them are talking down to me.
That's
Mitchell Broom says, I get where you're coming from, but from the other point of view, it's hard using common names because so many have duplicate for different species.
That's my biggest thing is I don't want to confuse people or myself. So learning to at least try and say these scientific names correctly seems worth it to me, just because, most of the time you're still going to get a more accurate read on what the fish is if it's a scientific name.
The P's are here. Welcome, Steven and Jenna.
Hi, guys. That's a lovely way to introduce them.
The PPs.
Even better. Sorry, everybody.
And
Sorry, Phillips family.
Mickham does bring up a very good point. It says location points are important. Many killifish have been proven to be of different species. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're completely superfluous, but they definitely, people hyper focus on that, and I think unless you plan on breeding them and selling them, does it really matter? I mean, not to me personally, no.
Dino says, anyone got recommendations for predators to keep along with some pygmy quarries in a 5.5 gallon? The only thing I can think of is maybe some kind of baddis, but you don't have a lot of room there, and predator fish usually are bigger, and I think you might be able to get the behavior you're looking for out of a baddis, like a scarlet baddis or a black tiger dario, something like that. But you don't have a lot of space there.
No, you're not working with
If you could make room for a 10 gallon, you could add quite a bit more to that list.
Mitchell said you also get the case of things like rads where they're all one species but look very different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See?
Again, we're talking about that one, the 1%ers.
Mm-hmm. But that's still, I mean, it matters to some people, and I can't discredit what matters to people because I'm very particular about
this
certain
fish
things.
should matter to more people. The Kyber's tetra.
I've been obsessed with these things
These
forever.
are so fun to watch, and
Look
they
at
have
those
giant
turds.
teeth.
Yeah, I
They're
love
really
them.
cool.
I've wanted those for a long time, but I've never had the right tank for them.
These guys, I wish they would come down in price. The blood cap moon tetra.
You don't see those a whole lot, honestly.
I feel like they're a little spendy for what they are. I think they're around $20.
People aren't going to be that thrilled to spend $20 on basically a silverfish, I think. But especially when you could get I don't know. I'm trying to think of something else.
You're just going to say wadi eye again. Especially when you could just get
you
wadi eye.
Just get wadi eye and just never get anything else. I mean.
Or the lapis.
I
I would like to show, actually. We've got...
what are you, the lapis?
There's 2 of them. If they still have them. Where'd they go?
There's the lapis right there.
Where?
Imperial lapis, middle row first.
Yeah.
Right there.
Let's. If you want a stunning tetra for way too cheap,
way too cheap,
like, we're heading on over to Moonlight Aquatics. Code Steenfott 10 for 10% off.
But these fish are ridiculous.
These fish are bonkers.
They look better than that. That's not even good enough.
Way better.
It's amazing. Yeah, those are. And when you see them at first when they're small, you're like, ugh, why would I even? But these fish go for $20 a piece normally. Everywhere else, like anywhere else, you find these things $17 to $20 a piece. So putting that out there, $8 a piece for these, you're not going to find them that cheap anywhere else. It just isn't going to happen. See, not even good, and the pictures aren't even doing them justice because they just look unreal when they swim around. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Look at that fish. Honestly, $8. Ridiculous. That's why we bought 24 of them because we were like, really? It's a steal right there. Dino said, yes, Scarlet seems like the best option. I already have the 5 set up, but I'm just having problems with some microfauna outbreaks. Need something to eat all those extras. That's reasonable. Once I have money for fish with collection points, I will care about collection points. That's a good point, Corridora. Yeah, they are generally more expensive.
What I miss? I'm back. I left it here. How smart. Let's go here.
It's okay. They're pretty. Look at them for a long time.
Darter tetras also.
Yeah,
very cheap,
cool.
Very fun.
They are just happy fish. They look so pleased with life, the way they move. I don't know. It makes me happy.
So the darter tetras in the background here, if you pair these with
dwarf chain loaches,
yes, you will have one of the funnest tanks you've ever had.
It's the most enjoyable thing to watch.
Darter tetras with dwarf chain loaches.
They just thrive with each other. They play off of each other's energy quite nicely. Really enjoy them together.
Oh, looks like Zen Ginger has a fan. Corridora says, glowfish are super cool. They don't look natural per se, but they look cool. Zen Ginger, you found a fellow glow mate.
You're a kindred spirit right there, Zen. Y'all can have a discussion. Well, I'm trying real hard to have anything nice to say right now. But it's just personal preference. You're talking to somebody who likes brown fish, so. Whip said, I guess I just don't keep anything that has a common name that's confusing when I say Oscar or Jaguar, Jack Dempsey, Black Arowana, and Silver Arowana. Yeah, Pete, we get it. We understand. They all would have fit in quite well in our Big Dumb Cichlid video, which had some of my very favorite cichlids in it.
The Glowfish Experiment.
Oh boy.
Glowfish, genetically modified glowing fish, were actually developed as part of a secret experiment to create super intelligent fish species.
Spies.
The real purpose behind their genetic modification is for them to observe and report on human activities.
Spies.
So, government-controlled nanobots.
They're like the dolphins that they used to put the little and the beluga whales.
This is why I don't have glowfish in my house.
Yeah, they're gonna tell the government what's going on.
You might as well have open IP cameras
for
everyone to see.
I love that. Aquarium size. Luis wants to know aquarium size for keeping zebra danios, cherry barbs, and silver flying foxes. Have a 42 gallon, but I'm sure long term won't be. That's not big enough long term. Like at least a 70. I would say like a 125. Honestly, if you're gonna have a group of, what was it? The silver.
Macom says,
foxes.
"I knew it."
They're watching you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that was it though. Yeah, okay. I think a 125. Honestly, because I don't know how big of a group you want to have of the flying foxes, but they need room. They're not small fish, and they need room to move about. But I mean, I don't know, 90, 125.
Will rainbows spawn without a mop? Yes.
Oh, they will.
If you have plants, they will just lay their eggs right there on the plant.
Super soldier fish spies.
Glow danios are like a swimming highlight marker.
Do we all have our tinfoil hats on?
Oh, I don't even want to tell you the real one I'm working on.
Oh boy. Yeah.
That's for the after party.
Yeah, it's for the next stream. Make sure and join guys. If you're not a member. If you want to hear what we're talking about. If you want to be in on the info.
Membership does have its privileges.
Yeah, exactly. Bring your tinfoil hat.
And I don't want to put too much emphasis on the members, but they pretty much keep this channel running. So I do want to thank everyone who is a part of that. We appreciate you very much.
The long fin glow zebra danios would be pretty cool in a tub. I vote Zen does that next year. I wanted her to do it this year too, so not holding my breath. Come on, Zen. Make it happen. Oh, God. Oh, and it ended like the Russian cat experiment. Oh, Lord.
Or the Russian sleep experiment.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Yikes. Yikes. Wait, what's happening? Oh, that's top chat. I'm not reading live chat. Can you change
live chat's on the left side.
I can't. Can
top
you
chat's on the right
fix
side.
it? Because I can't even read what's over on your side. I'm too blind. So sorry. I've been missing out on things.
Steenfott, Aquatics, don't you dare cut the members short. All right, I never have, and I never will.
Yeah, that would be messed up.
He's still bitter about me ending the live stream after an hour last week.
Oh, after the normal amount of time that we're scheduled to do our live stream.
That we've always done.
I was gonna say, I'm so sorry.
How dare us, Leo?
Yeah, we just needed to eat. We just needed sustenance. No big deal.
I will say this time we went to Costco before the stream, so we've already got dinner.
I'm all over it today. Firing on all cylinders. Haven't forgotten anything that I'm aware of. So, yay for me.
Kat says, been lurking and listening while eating. It is dinner time for a lot of people.
Yeah, 5 p.m. Early bird special.
Joya Fishkeeping says, hello, everyone. Jose here.
Howdy.
Josie.
You're so annoying.
What?
Hi, Jose.
The Glow Life. Window Licker number 5. One of the best names on YouTube. I'll say it every time.
It's so funny.
I still don't know what happened to 1 through 4, but I quit asking.
Who cares? 5 is what matters.
I'm just waiting till we get like Window Licker number 6.
I'm sorry, Zen. That sucks. She just lost her last glow tetra after 5 years.
That's a good life for a glow tetra.
That is, you did well, considering the angels, but I want to make sure they aren't like betas causing it. Yeah, I would look into that because I don't know enough about that specifically.
Oh, there's my mom again. I keep getting I'm not going to say who. Don't say who. But somebody in this stream has a very similar name to my mom. And every time I see it, I'm like, is that my mom?
Hi, Mom.
But she says she does watch sometimes. Yeah, so hello, Mom.
I don't think she comments, though. I don't think she's done that yet.
I probably doesn't know how.
I was going to say, I don't
Needs
know.
me to come down and show her how to comment.
Well, she's not going to want you to come over now. That was rude. Like, jeez.
We were supposed to go get our pumpkins, but I forgot.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Pumpkin season. I like carving pumpkins. I'm a fan.
I feel like if we have pumpkins way out here, like something's just going to eat them.
Oh, they will. But I still like carving pumpkins. I just like, because I draw my own stuff out, and then I take a little like needle and stab little holes on the outline, and then I carve it. So it's really enjoyable for me.
Hello, Johnny.
Hello. Your mom is named Zen Ginger? Yes. How did you know? God. Right on the money, Steven.
Very close. It's Jen Zinger.
You're so annoying. Glow Danios are injected with the green goblin juice. They used to be. From what I understand, they no longer are. I didn't know your mom's name was Steven. Yep, that too. This is a fun game.
Okay, Johnny Best. What's my favorite Rasbora? Probably the neon green Rasbora. And I don't even think there's a close second. Like there's a lot of Rasboras I love, but that one's always going to be my favorite. At least for the rest of today.
I would agree with that. I actually really like those as well.
Bob's mom is window licker number 4.
Yeah. That's what happens 1 through 4. Mom's number 4. I thought her name was my mom. Mom. Ow.
A Minotaur? Is that it? What's the drink from Role Models where that makes
Minotaur.
it makes their urine turn green?
It's Minotaur.
Yeah. Minotaur.
It's a big old truck, like.
Do my eyes deceive me? It's a Minotaur.
You're so ridiculous. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, sir.
Apollo has lifted his skirt. Diana has put away her bosom.
Oh my God.
The day has been launched.
Oh my God.
One of the greatest comedies of all time. I don't care what anyone says.
Funny.
Role Models.
It's pretty funny. It's no Meet the Parents, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's actually funny.
Shut up. You like Meet the Parents. I don't want to hear anybody bag on Meet the Parents. Like, I banned if you bag on Meet the Parents. That's the funniest.
Glowfish kind of replaced dyed humphead glassfish.
Eesh.
Yep.
Those poor things. They already have a hard enough time.
But I'm sure Bob's mom is window licker number 1 in his heart.
That was funny. Well played.
Movie is amazing. I know it's so good.
Oh, yeah. Meet the Parents? I know.
No, role models.
I don't know about that. Clarify, Harley. Which one are you talking about? First Glowfish you can really tell apart, and the pink is my favorite color.
You're going to have to read Whip's comment.
When is she due? February. The end of February. But we don't have a date scheduled yet. We'll schedule that date a little later. So, yes. Oh, that's really nice.
Role models.
That's really nice. Whip's daughter had her baby this past Tuesday and honored my late son using his name. That must have been pretty emotional. That's a really cool thing to do. Congratulations. That's exciting.
Calm down, reindeer games.
Okay, that's funny. I bet you do Panama Red.
All right, go lay down.
Oh,
Go lay down.
that's exciting. New babies are exciting. That's so funny. For the record, I would never own dyed or tattooed fish, but glowfish are indeed different. Yeah, no, I don't think you would. I think and like I've said before, everybody's got their poison. The fish that I like, some people would be like, ew. So, I mean, we all have our thing. It's totally fine.
We're gonna get you back to Tyson in his cozy tiger bed. And if we find my best friend Doug,
then I'm gonna give him a best
friend hug. That's one I haven't watched in a while.
I have not. My grandma loved that movie. I remember when it came out. My grandparents loved like all the movies we watched, but that one they really loved. I had some sweet grandparents. Oh, congratulations, Flathead. Look at all these babies being born.
Congratulations, Grandpa Whips.
It's exciting. Did you say? Oh, okay.
Flatbed had my first grandbaby born 2 weeks ago.
I have so many friends that are either have had babies or having babies. Like, they're on the next wave though.
Hey, I know a lot of people that have had babies or are having babies too. That's pretty generic.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that went red. Sorry, guys. Okay. It's gonna be a good night for him. Anytime people say tattooed fish, I think about an Oscar with a dragon tattoo.
I don't get it.
It's just funny, an Oscar with the dragon tattoo, like the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I was a lake. It was like a sieve. Yeah, that's a pretty big deal though.
3 boys, 1.5 years apart. I feel like a granddad.
That's my sister and I were like 5.5 years apart, and I remember it being really difficult because like my parents always had to drive to different schools, and like we couldn't stand each other for a long time because we were too. But then later it was fine. But I mean, it's 1.5 it's like you have built-in best friends. That's cool.
What's this tetra? This is the bloodcap moon tetra. If you rewind the video, the scientific name is in the top. So I think I included that with all the fish in this video.
I am patiently waiting for a grandkid. I've heard many parents say that. This will be my parents' first grandchild, so kind of a big deal over here, you know. Spider lady. Wait, who? Oh, Kim. Do you keep spiders? I want to hear about it. I love spiders. I like true spiders the best.
Much better than fake spiders.
Yeah, totally. And tarantulas.
Or spiders.
I like
that
tarantulas.
lie.
I just like true spiders better. Xana dude.
Howdy everyone from Lurker Town.
That's a good place to be. Look at those. Oh God, I love those so much. So pretty.
The discus?
Yes. No, not the discus.
The discus is another another interesting history. I'm working on that one too. Discus. I'm going to have a discus video.
Yay. I cannot.
First one on the channel. I've never highlighted discus before.
I would rather have anything else. I'd take angelfish over discus. So that's saying a lot.
Everybody got your tinfoil hats on? Let's go to where are they at?
Ending a sentence in a preposition.
Yep.
Oh boy.
The intricate patterns on discus fish are actually ancient messages from extraterrestrial beings.
Duh.
Some believe the patterns are maps or symbols left by an alien civilization. Could discus fish be an alien creation?
That's why they just die, because you're not allowed to read the message that long. It basically is a throwaway message, which is why they just, keel.
The intricate shapes on a discus body are said to resemble ancient symbols seen in crop circles and cave paintings.
Okay. Yep.
Their UFO body shape. They are shaped like UFOs.
And see, Zen, that is fine. Most people do love angels in discus. I am not. I'm just weird. Like I said, I'd take a boring brown fish that everyone thinks ugly over anything. So who am I to say? Who am I? Really?
The discus alien connection conspiracy may seem far-fetched, but what if we're simply too blind to see the truth swimming right in front of us?
Okay.
Are these colorful, mysterious fish really just stunning aquatic creatures, or are they holding the key to an interstellar message?
I don't think they're either.
Just waiting to be decoded by those who dare look closer.
Okay. Well, so everybody with discus at home, go stare at them and try and decode these messages and get back to us. Thank you. Thank you very much. Mitchell said, so if you put discus in a white tank, the patterns come out more obviously, so it's way to send secret messages from aliens? Yeah. Yeah. That checks out. That seems right. I'll buy it. Done indeed. Go down that rabbit hole. These are interesting. Yeah, I don't know what it is about discus that just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, they're pretty boring to me.
I don't know what I'm trying to think of, like what it is with certain fish that I'm like, obviously with fish like Oscars, it's because they're abused and not kept correctly, and that's the only reason I have problems with them, because they do have great personality. But like a discus, they're not even really, in my experience being around discus, like they don't care. They're all shy. They don't want anything to do with you. They don't really interact. And it could just be that, I don't know, maybe they're not all like that, but the ones I've been around are, and I'm like, ugh, all right. I'd rather have an EBA all up in my face,
Isn't this horse crap more suited for the just what someone would say that is trying to deter us from the truth? Zen's a double agent.
Regina, I have a few of the Allen Kerr discus. I'd like them because they're brown. Okay. Maybe I'd like those. I love brown fish.
See, and that's what they all look like before aliens came and modified
and
them.
Wrote all over them. Where's my grammar?
Did we just read the same one?
Steven! I don't... Discus water changes her to get rid of the chemtrails.
They're contrails.
Don't ever say chemtrails to my dad.
Yeah, now we're demonetized. Thanks. We're not allowed to talk about that stuff or you get demonetized.
That one really got me.
Bobber Chelsea, another reptile question. Why is reptile cages so much more expensive than other PVC ones? I don't know what that means.
Cages with a K.
Oh, the company?
Maybe because they think their stuff is worth more money. I don't know. See, that's my thing. That's why I said just buy it from Dubia.com. Like, get it anywhere.
Why is Bose more expensive than JBL when JBL is way better?
I can't attest to that. Yeah, I can't attest to these things. I just know what I know, and what I know is it really, if it's made of PVC, the measurements are the same, the thickness, everything. Who cares who makes it? Because it should all be basically the same. And if it's serving the purpose you need it to serve, then you don't need to pay more for something that you don't need. I think a lot of times they hype stuff up because they want to make you think you need more than you need, and that's not always the case. So.
Fish Tank Barn says, I did have a discus jump out at me one time when I was feeding them. Alien attack. You were getting too close to the truth, buddy.
Had to, because how the hell does that thing have the aerodynamics to get out of a tank? Like,
they designed their aircraft after discus. See, I'm telling you.
Great.
More people are getting on board.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. Don't tell my dad that there's any of this type of stuff with fish or he's going to get on that train. Who knows a list of 10 nano egg-laying fishes? That would be all of them. Like, well, no, I get that there's live bears, but like most of them.
Next
Most
on the
small
fish
fish?
files.
Oh God.
Bum,
Bum, bum. I was gonna say, what's the music gonna be after that? Do crinum send runners? I have a relatively healthy one that has done nothing but grow longer. No, they don't send runners.
I want to believe.
At least the crinums, the calamostratum that I never sent runners. It just got huge.
No, they're bulb plants, right?
Yeah, they don't. I don't think they send
like the
anything
ones right in the middle of the screen.
They do have like roots, but the roots don't send runners. They just, dig into the substrate and feed. My discus are aggressive feeders all up in my grill. Really? That's funny. I mean, I'm sure if they're used to you, maybe it's just because all the discus I've been around have either been someone else's or at a store, so they don't like me, which is fine. Bless you. My goodness.
So a 1/2 PVC enclosure is thick enough, right?
Well, I'm sorry, what? Say that again.
Leo? So
one
a half inch?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fine. Standard size. I mean, like if they... God, there's in my eyeball. It's just one of these things that like you can go down that rabbit hole and do... Like I over-research everything, and I had to stop at some point with enclosures because it's like, if it's what you need it to be, you should know what you need for the animal you're going to keep. And if it is what you need and you find one that's cheap, you get the cheap one. There's really no reason to spend more money than you need to.
Macom says, honestly, we could make a great movie out of this. I got a lot more when it comes to
God.
discus. I mean, I could keep going. Discus or...
Don't encourage him.
They're alien, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't doubt it. My Aponigeton is about to bloom. I hope that doesn't mean it's about to go dormant again. I don't know. Arlo. Can I maybe get a little of whatever you people are on? Seems like good stuff. Whoops world, because Bose is living off reputation they made for themselves in the 80s and haven't improved. I hate when people rest on their laurels. Like, don't you dare just use your name that was good at some point to make crappy products and sell them for too much money.
Wait, who?
Whip. Because Bose is living off of a reputation they made for themselves in the 80s and haven't improved since. There's a lot of companies like that. No innovation, no anything, and they want to charge a maximum because of the name, which I just am like, ugh, okay, there's too many things to choose from nowadays that there's just no reason to support companies like that. Arlo, you have to tell him I can't do it. Oh, he did it himself. All right.
Let's be real. This is all a simulation. Well, there's a lot of evidence that supports that too.
Yeah, that could be argued. If you could only pick one, which one would you pick? Corey Equus or Green Laser Corey Equus? Just because lasers.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Not a fan of laser Corys. They're too shy.
They're too shy. They're too expensive for not being very outgoing. I spent a lot of money years ago on my first batch of orange lasers, and I was not happy that they wanted to hide all the time, whereas my stir-by that I paid, $6 a piece for or whatever are out looking great all the time. And I just feel like I'd rather have a fish that wants to be out. So same with what is that? Clipic? What a waste of
Who, where, what?
Dave. He's talking to Whip.
Dave.
Same with
Klipsch.
Oh.
Yeah, Klipsch is
I don't even know what
terrible.
that is.
That's a brand of speakers that people love just because of their bass.
Oh.
They have no mids, they have no highs,
Then
but their bass sounds really good. Everything else is just mediocre.
Zen cough, Apple cough. I cannot argue that since Steve Jobs died, Apple has not innovated. It's just the truth. I still will buy Apple products because I think they work better and they don't, but like I agree. They have not innovated since then.
Now I can't see any animal being innocent ever again. Well, they're all just a hologram, so they're not even real. Talking Serpents has a 5x2x3 PVC for $8.13 with shipping.
I mean, like I said, if I can't, I would just find whatever will serve the purpose you need it to serve and is the least expensive for the size. That's what I would go with. I wouldn't care about brands. I wouldn't care about, I watch a couple of videos to see how they put them together because I know sometimes it could be a real challenge putting these things together if they don't come assembled. So I'd watch out for that. Lasers are, oh no, where'd that go? Oh no. Lasers are the Pleco of the Corey group. Hide in all the time, and it's Christmas Day when you finally see. Yeah, they don't come out. They just don't.
Can you use petroleum jelly to lube a seal on a canister filter, or could it be harmful to fish? There's a lot of people that use petroleum jelly on their impellers for their hang-on back filters to make them shut up. So I would think that it would be okay. So here's where we've been trying to decide how to say your name for a very long time.
I just want, next time I see you, I'm going to make you say it because I don't want to mess your name up because I feel horrible. People mess my name up and I get yeah. Well, next time you see us, tell us so we're not idiots, because I hate mispronouncing people's names. Like, I really don't like it because my name I don't feel like is difficult and people murder it. So I've made it a point to ask people so I'm clear, because I hate to call people the wrong thing.
Somebody said it was Seishin, but so I don't know. I've heard.
I want it from your mouth next time I see you. Like, you just need to tell us and put us in our place, and that's it. And then we'll never mess up again. But I don't want to be that guy. I just feel like so rude. Like people, and then I feel like so many people are so polite they won't correct you, and then I feel even worse. You know what I mean? Like, just tell me I'm an idiot. Tell me the right way to say it, and we'll move on. Use food grade silicone.
You can call me whatever you want. The Hikari guy.
I'm not gonna call you whatever.
No.
I'm gonna call you by your name. We're gonna get the scientific name correct. Like, I do not mispronounce things. All right, that is not my thing.
Are the Doobie ones 1/2 inch? I have no idea.
I see. That's the thing, is I would go to several different websites. I would look at what their specifications are. I would compare them to make sure they're using the same material, and then go for the cheapest one. That's my advice. That's what I would do. But I don't have anything that needs PVC in that large of a cage yet. So
Window Licker number 5 says, I use food grade silicone. Vaseline will dry out. Well, there you go. That might be a good tip.
Chelsea. Oh my God. I love that you said that, Zen, because my cousin, one of my like favorite cousins, she always used to call me. She'd go, hey, Chelsea. Like, every time she saw me. Oh, it was the best. And I love her dearly. That's funny. No one gets my name right. And it just seems like the easiest name ever. But
Hickory?
What? Hickory.
As long as I don't get called late for dinner, I don't care what people call me.
I really like, I get Chelsea so much, and I'm like, do you swim in the sea? Is that where you swim? Do the whales live in the sea? Like, come on, people. It's not that hard.
Just call her Chels. Oh, God. She loves it.
Yeah, I love that. I almost get a little like when people, I've said this before, when people meet me like the first time, they're like, hey, Chelsea. I'm like, whoa, slow down. Buy me dinner first, all right? Like,
Mike says, my daughter's name is Chelsea,
hey.
and surprising I haven't experienced it being mispronounced much. I'll
really?
have to ask her.
I get misspellings that are ridiculous. Like S-E-Y, I expect to get. Like, that's one that I expect. But the C-H-E-A-L-S-E is the number one way I get my name misspelled. Chels. Doesn't even make sense. I don't even understand what people are thinking.
Bartholomew is my street name.
I like Bart.
Cowabunga,
Bart.
dude.
Chelfott. Yep, that works. My name was Ashley for like 5 minutes when I was a product of the 80s, and my mom named me Ashley, and after like 5 minutes went, no. And thank God, because I went to school with 2 Ashleys all the way from like the beginning to the end, and I didn't want to be Ashley C. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to use my last initial, so good on her for changing it. Have anyone seen or heard of any koi carps being being imported yet? October is the harvest month in Japan. God, those are the expensive ones. I do not know much about the crazy expensive cool koi from Japan, other than they cost a lot of money, most of them.
And don't hate me, but I'm not even a fan of koi.
I'm not a big koi fan. I mean, I appreciate a beautiful koi pond, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I'd go out of my way. Like, if I had a pond, I wouldn't put koi in it.
The problem I feel like is, like, every time I see someone making a koi pond, I'm like, it's not deep enough.
Never.
Not deep enough.
No, they need a lot of
And then
depth.
sure enough, like, look at any like YouTuber that has a shallow koi pond. You're like, those fish are going to be gone in a year.
Die.
And you wait a year, and guess what? They never show them again.
Half
because
of the reason is because they're such a target. And
they got eaten.
Yeah, and they need to be able to get out of the line of predators, like line of sight of predators, and they need to swim down to do that. Yes, I always thought Chelsea sounded like my name. That's funny that you say that.
Urethras? Chelsea's urethras.
Erythra. People mispronounce my last name, and I'm like, come on, there was a Steven Spielberg movie and everything. That's funny. You were necking during Schindler's List? That's a good episode of Seinfeld. Oh, that's funny.
I wonder if the people I import Medaka from would know about koi.
I would
Maybe.
feel like that's a good bet right there. If you get them from Japan, yeah, they would probably know. I've seen videos of crazy imported koi. I've known people that have imported koi. I've never. My mom has like cheap koi in her pond, but nothing too crazy. Plus, again, if they don't have enough depth, they're gonna get got, and it's sad. People.
Them raccoons gonna get them.
Yeah, it's really messed up. I remember Corey had to put a net over his koi pond because it was too shallow. Not now, but yeah. I guess before, huh?
Oh, I got a sliver somehow.
Ooh, let me get it. I love removing slivers.
I got my little sliver.
Don't you dare do it first.
Remover right here. Whoop! The old lightsaber.
Nice catch. That was good.
This one's really pokey, though. I want to get rid of it.
I have my good tweezers.
I have it right here.
The tweezerman. No one ever called me Stefan until I started chatting in YouTube. Oh my God, Stefan, really? I'd be so annoyed. Don't call me Stefan. Chels is so hard not to use, but no, it doesn't bother me. You can call me Chels, Whip.
Got it.
I'm talking about like random people that I don't even know from Adam that are like, hey, Chels. And I'm like, whoa, dude, who are you? Like, have we ever met? You guys can all call me Chels. I don't care. That's fine.
Metal grate over the top of Summer Works Wonders. I just use chicken wire on our turtle pond. I just put chicken wire
and it
on.
Works just fine.
Not the cheap flimsy,
no,
the
like
half-inch
real wire.
Metal. Yeah.
Get through this, you turds. You're not gonna. Arlo. Oh, God. Ugh.
Arlo, go lay down.
That was a stinky smell, buddy.
Ooh, that is ripe.
It's really pungent. Stings the nostrils. Ugh.
Didn't a falcon or eagle eat Corey's eggs? Not a falcon, but probably eagles and hawks. But I think he still has fry every year, so I think there's still some in there.
I get my name butchered so much I shorten it. Yeah, if people ruin your name, it gets so frustrating.
Next time you at the wet spot, can you do a nanofish egg layers? I don't know that there would be enough to do that, but I will tell you to look at the black morpho tetra. They are a cave spawner, so obviously they're laying their eggs in the caves, but very cool. Very cool.
Yeah,
and
flatbed.
For some reason, our chat just crashed.
That was weird. It was odd. That would work, the rabbit wire.
Discus.
That's basically what we have. It's a little thicker, but same.
Oh, my whole YouTube crashed. Are we still live?
Stuff's still popping up.
It says excellent connection.
Yeah, I don't think.
That's weird.
Somebody say something, please.
Something new.
Yeah, say something new specifically, or else we'll know you're gone. What the hell was that?
We still need a couple more likes too while we're at it. I'm gonna be very annoying with the likes going forward.
Like thirst.
Like there's so many people saying the algorithm is all about likes right now. So yeah, it's very important for us to get likes.
What the hell? Still live. Okay, cool. Thank you, Harley.
Something new.
The only one who understood the assignment.
They're all coming in late now.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, delayed reaction.
I think the super chat button is broken. Can we get people to test that, please? I think the membership chat.
That was your best plug so far.
Membership one is broken too.
That was a good one. We don't know if it's working. Can you test it? Watching Black Morpho Tetra finding the 10 tons of baby brine shrimp in the aquarium is like, oh my God, yeah, like watching water boil. That's funny though. They're so tiny. Like they're just little peanuts, but their mouths are huge.
Black morphos, I'd say about an inch.
Tiny little things. Little peanuts.
And we still have one.
Oh God. Don't remind me. It makes me feel so bad. God, I can't believe I really thought that one perished, honestly. That number, the baker's dozen.
Speaking of conspiracies, Stephen P, 33 months. We all know what 33 means.
Yikes.
We need to get you over that hump, buddy.
Can it be next week?
There you go. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it.
Buddy. People in the Chicagoland area don't go that deep with koi ponds. They do fine, though, the winter. So raccoons, mink, and blue heron don't. Interesting. Oh, they get them here, and they get them where I'm from. California, they be getting them all day long. My mom's pond got pillaged many times. My dad's, too. My dad literally hates the blue heron so much. He just is like, that damn blue heron, every time.
Okay, I think I just proved my point here.
What?
Let me look. Well, we just had a bunch of new people join the stream, and we just
Hey.
got a bunch of likes. See, I'm telling you, the likes are important. We just got like 10 likes and like a dozen new people here. So, just saying.
Flatbed. My sister's middle name's is Lynn. Didn't you say everyone's middle name is Lynn?
Everyone's middle name is literally Lynn.
Mine's not, but still. But it's funny.
When I told my mom, she's like, "Oh, you're gonna give her middle name Lynn?" I'm like, no, that's everyone's middle name. She's like, "No, it's not." I'm like, "What's your middle name, Lynn?" It's like, shut up.
I remember everyone's like, does the name mean anything? I'm like, no, it means I like it. Like, it means that I don't hate it. That's what it means.
Gonna check out black morphotetras. I highly recommend them.
Yeah, they're great.
If I knew the scientific name, I would tell you, but I don't remember.
Postilioterax weitzmani.
There you go.
Yeah, that's them. They're amazing.
Although it's probably easier to Google black morphotetra.
Probably. That one will show up correctly. There are no other black morphotetras, so you'll be fine. If I put in a pond here, I would have to dig at least 4 feet deep for the freeze factor. That makes sense. Yep. Outdoor goldfish ponds, bird bite, also true. Yep.
And thank you for 41 months. We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
it's a long time. Yeah, they are. It is. I mean, depending on what kind of birds you have in your area. But yeah, or raccoons, rodents will get them. Even big rats, they'll get them. So.
Right? I have so many girls, or I know so many girls with the middle name Lynn. Fish Tank Barn says my dad and wife both have the middle name Lynn.
Jenna's right too, though. If it's not Lynn, it's Marie. You're absolutely right. I know so many people with the middle name Marie. My mom actually did a good job with my middle name. I wish my middle name was my first name. She did too good of a job. I'm like, you should have transposed those. I love my middle name. Actually, it's for a family member too. Mandolin. Whoa.
Any new run-ins with Sasquatch? No.
Just the coyotes.
Yeah.
They're loud.
We also have a
Oh dear.
doe and her fawns, 2 fawns that live right out the window here.
Yep.
When I scoop up our dog poop, I scoop up deer poop too.
They've gotten to the point where they don't even move very quickly when we are near them. They kind of just saunter off. They're like, we're used to you people.
Need to get them some salt licks or something. I don't know.
That'd be cool. After Meemaw. I love that, Meemaw.
My granddad named all his daughters, 9 daughters, Maria. Legally, things were different.
What? That's funny. You don't have a middle name, Regina? That's interesting. I like it. Power move. My initials were CCC for most of my life, and my parents seem to like that a lot for some reason.
River otters will clean a goldfish pond out.
If you've got those river otters near you, you got to watch out. I actually used to kayak a lot in Sacramento. We have multiple rivers, and I would see river otters all the time. It was amazing. They would swim next to our kayaks. It was so cool. Very, very cool.
My middle name is Anne. My mom made it fancy. See, anytime I see that, I'm like, is it Anne or Annie? I never know.
Annie has an I.
Not always.
Yes, always.
Not always.
Always.
Nope.
All the time.
I'm sure there's one lunatic out there that left the E off, or the I off.
Wow. So you are a lunatic, if that's the case, by the way.
Not the person with the name, the person that assigned the name.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's better to call your parent a lunatic than,
Looney Tunes.
All right, get your questions in. We're almost done here.
Braxton.
Any last minute questions, comments, concerns?
Critiques.
Here are the larger black morphotetra, the sailfin tetra.
That's like a giant version.
This is also a cave spawning tetra.
God, they're pretty.
Look at how beautiful they are.
I would like to have those.
I think I'm going to expand this video to put more tetras in it.
Yeah,
'cause
this is a... God, that's a
Look at that
pretty
shot.
fish. That is a really nice... Yeah. Those are
That might be the best shot I've ever taken of
those
any
are
fish.
Really freaking pretty. That's a good deal. Muzzle, muzzle. Good things. Good things.
Muzzle, muzzle.
I want to watch that again.
The river otters around here attack people on boats and
Oh.
won't leave you alone until everyone gets out of the boat.
That's funny. Yeah, that didn't happen to us. They just swim alongside and kind of play around and then go on their merry way. I have heard that a bite from an otter is nasty, though. Like their teeth are gnarly. Crack, like South Park. I'm going to crack that clam on my belly, on my tummy.
Well, since we're sharing it all, my real name is Jeffrey. For once, my name got used on TV. It was the biggest prick on Game of Thrones. Is that not Jeffrey?
Joffrey.
Oh, Joffrey.
Joffrey.
That's all I think about is Fresh Prince. Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Yeah. Yeah, Joffrey was a jerk. That was good when he kicked it. I didn't care for him. 4K is looking so good.
On that, I bet it did on that tetra. Yeah.
Probably, yeah. This is serving the fish. God, I really want those.
See, this is what like a $4,500 camera will do.
Look at those freaking tetra, though. I'm sorry. Those are just so underrated.
You can barely see their teeth, but they have some real nice chompers.
Yeah, I want them so bad. I want them so bad. I love the word turd so much. There's an aquarium somewhere with little holes in the glass so that you can hold the otter's hands. Oh, God. Like a surgical thing. Like, that's so cute. And then they try and bite you through the glass. Oh, wow. There's some otters that moved through and cleaned out the crappy pond we fish at one summer. Wow. Ate them all. I guess that's believable. There's enough of them, I'm sure.
Joffrey was a Toys R Us giraffe? Oh, I didn't know that.
Jeffrey. Yeah. He was a Toys R Us giraffe.
Joffrey.
Jeffrey.
You think I would know that? I
I
spent
was
my
gonna
childhood
say,
there.
Like, come on, you're a Toys R Us kid. There's a million.
That's where I got
Toys R Us
busted.
that I can play with.
I got busted shoplifting there. That was my first run-in with the law.
From bikes to trains to
Video
games.
games.
It's the greatest toy store there is. God, I loved that. I remember the catalog at Christmas coming out, and you just would like start circling stuff in that catalog. Like, I need this.
I did that with the big Sears catalog, and I would go right to the electronics, and I'd want one of those big, gigantic,
of course,
speaker stereos. You know, the speakers that are like 5 feet tall and 2 feet wide.
Naturally. I just remember the Christmas I got creepy crawlers because, of course, every little girl had an easy bake oven. I had creepy crawlers, and my oven was defective, and I had to take it back. And you know how anticlimactic it is for like a 7-year-old to get their creepy crawlers and try to make them, and it won't bake them correctly. It was horrible.
Fish for Life says, excited for the Wet Spot sale online sale.
Whoop, whoop.
Did I read that right? Excited for the Wet Spot online sale. No, I did not. Hope they get some
say,
cool stuff this Friday.
I know. I'll keep my
I hope
fingers
so
crossed
too. I will keep you posted as I find out. Maybe I'll get the list early.
Into the future. I was the kid who fell into the penny pond at the mall. Yes. That's a claim to fame. It's pretty funny. They're shallow, so you're all right, right? It's just a good
Did you
story.
fall in, or were you just taking the pennies?
I was going to say, were you stealing? Were you reaching in there for that 1 quarter that someone dropped in there?
Way back in the day, I saw people pull quarters out to go to the arcade in the mall.
Okay, well, I mean, fruit.
Not that I would ever do that.
Fruit stripe gum was the worst, and I had to have it every time I went to the store, and it lost its flavor in 0.3 second. Not even 1 second. It was just gone. 1 chew, gone. Gone. But I had to have it.
Mark says, African tigerfish is the most frightening freshwater fish in the world. Insane chompers.
I mean, they look pretty gnarly. Yeah. But I think it like an arapaima. Like, I'm trying to think of like, I don't know, River Monsters. Remember that show? That was cool. That guy caught some crazy stuff.
I don't want to grow up, but if I did, I rip off a Toys R Us as a kid.
That's your anthem. I never got caught stealing as a kid. Like,
It wasn't. This was like 5 years ago. It wasn't as a kid.
my sister stole a headband one time. I never stole anything. That I'm aware of.
Ooh.
She was like 2. My mom's like, when did I get that headband? She's like, oh, your sister stole this. It was so funny. Oh my God, chiclets. Oh yeah, those were fun with the hard shell. My Grammy always had Trident, and I was like, why do you have the worst gum?
There was that mystic Discus again. I don't trust him.
Oh, gosh.
People in the 80s throwing quarters in the fountain. What an economy.
I know. I know, right? Now they're stealing them. Things have really shifted. Baseball pack bubblegum. Oh,
that
yeah.
was the worst.
Big League Chew.
Oh,
Sticky.
so bad.
It would just stick in your teeth. Like you couldn't even chew it. It would just get stuck. I don't even understand the phenomenon that was that stuff.
All right, we got to take a break before the member stream, take the dogs out, things like that, refresh our beverages, and so do y'all members. Get up, take a break, walk around, get the blood flowing.
Go do all these things.
We're going to continue this in the after party, the after stream.
After the show, it's the after party.
Yep. Gets a little more rambunctious in there.
Like
so
the dogs.
all the new members, be sure to check it out. We'll be back in about 10 minutes over there. Thanks, everyone, for showing up. We appreciate it. We'll be back to having topics soon. It's been kind of hectic lately, so we're just kind of been doing these general Q&A streams, but hopefully we'll be back to topics soon
Back in
enough.
time.
But thank you, everyone. Thank you, mods, members, lurkers,
Thanks,
commenters,
guys.
and everyone who hit that like button. I really appreciate it. That helps us out a lot.
Like.
Nice goof off stream. Oh, yeah, I forgot to put that
Love,
in there.
love.
Love. Muzzle. Good times.
L for love.
L for
I
loser.
love that so much. If I didn't hate Vince Vaughn.
Ugh, he's the
He's
worst.
the worst.
He is so
Unfunny.
bad.
And on that, end it before anybody can say anything positive about Vince Vaughn.
Yep.
'Cause he's terrible. Bye.
Bye. Will Ferrell may be worse,
Ugh.
but they're both awful.
Garbage.
Ugh.